Park. Crystal Palace have given the champions Liverpool as good as they've given, but they are 3-0 down after 45 minutes. All eyes on Takumi Minamino, and 2 minutes and 7 seconds in, Michael, he justified his place in the team.
He delivered, didn't he? Yeah, it was a fantastic goal, great finish, great composure. He could have shot early, but he just decided this ball's going to get blocked if I shoot there. Takes another touch and then whacks it in the bottom corner. But this is the interesting part. Cahill gets dragged in with the run from Keita, and he leaves that gap. And if you leave a gap for Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's going to dink it in there. And that's really what started the process of this goal. It was a brilliant ball, brilliant chip ball in from Trent, and then Minamino finished it fantastic.
And that's exactly what he would have wanted then, Owen.
Brilliant for him. I mean, Trent sees the tiniest little gaps. Cahill's slightly out of position. He puts into an area. Credit Mane, so good. And Minamino, we said, get in there. Get yourself some goals and assists. When you're going to dominate possession, you get a chance. Great finish. And
despite the hosts going behind as early as they did, how impressed were you with the way they responded?
Well, there's no way they should be down. You know, they should be losing 3-0. They've had as many shots on target as Liverpool, but they've been so wasteful. You know, they've had big opportunities. We said Liverpool before the game. You know, they've conceded a lot of goals this season. And when you see this first half, even though Liverpool are 3-0 up, you can see that, you know, they're obviously missing Van Dijk, but there's chances there. You know, Ayew doesn't take that, leaves it for a little dummy. This one here, lovely little ball from Klein. And it's difficult for Fabinho. Once he lets it bounce, he's in trouble. Ayew gets in there, tries to cut it back. Matip does great just to delay there. Watch Will Zaha at the end of it. That's how their first half was.
What happened here, Michael?
Well, to be honest, if he shoots and misses, everyone screams at him saying you should have passed. Matip, as Owen touched on, I mean, he almost lets him shoot there. He's saying, go on, you're at a tight angle, you've got Alisson to beat, go on, let you shoot. And he was blocking that ball. And the longer he delayed it, the tighter the angle he was getting on. So I thought Matip did brilliantly well there.
And just when Palace thought in the closing stage of that first half that they'd get away being 1-0 down, Sadio Mane then struck. Lovely finish, particularly a nice turn as well as part of the move.
It was really poor defending, I must say. Of course, I'm normally on the side of the attackers, and let's start with the attacker because Mane, look at the way he uses his body there. He bounces into him, gives him that momentum. But when you look here, Kouyaté, naturally a midfielder, he's trying to play offside all the time, or at least trying to keep a high line. But you look at the two lines, there's a full-back and a centre-half on one line and a full-back and a centre-half on the other line. And then Kouyaté goes on some walk somewhere and leaves a massive hole for Mane, and you can see it exactly here. Kouyaté's the right-sided centre-half. We highlight him there. He gets to the left-hand side of Cahill, all of a sudden leaves that hole for Mane, and it's Van Arnold. In fact, it's the full-back, the right-back, Klein, that's having to try to, you know, cover for his mistake, but Kouyaté's been all over the place.
As for the third Liverpool goal, there's a bit of swagger in this finish from Roberto Firmino.
Everything Bobby does is with swagger. That touch is with swagger. That pass is with swagger. But I love this. Look, they flood forward. The front three get so narrow because they get the width from Robertson. Great ball, great touch. But Roy Hodgson will be devastated the way his two centre-backs have played. He prides himself on being defensively solid. They've been everything but. The gaps that are there, Kouyaté's trying to come across and cover, but the space is virtually in the middle of the goal there. Firmino drifts in. Cahill doesn't get across, and for players of this quality, you give Trent that time, you give Robertson that time. The boys recognise the space and they take it. Watch this touch. Perfect. Mo, this is a cheeky finish, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's something. Listen, I think it's a left foot finish, but I would have done exactly the same because my left foot was so average, and I was way better on the outside of my right foot than with my left foot. So it was a lovely finish. One of these days, he's going to actually connect with those kicks at the end, isn't he? One of his teammates are going to be lying on the floor. Yeah. But Owen's right. The centre-half pairing of Crystal Palace is awful at the moment.